Hey guys! Well, I'm running short on time today, so I just whipped out the handy cam here and I'm gonna give you a spin around, and I really want to talk about a few different things. Just what do viewers want to see? I've had a lot of questions, I've had a lot of inquiries about the system and how it works, and just a few different things. I want to go through the list here on what you can do with it. First off, what's aeroponics and how does it differ from hydroponics? Well, aeroponics is a growing style that basically you're not using any media, and it uses a lot less water and it uses a lot less nutrients. Actually, about 25% of the nutrients of a hydroponic system. I found that even less with different varieties like lettuces and herbs and things like that. So it's really kind of astonishing to grow with basically a blueprint for a hydroponic system and be able to take that way down and use a lot less materials and things like that. Again, with the media, you're not using any media, it's just air. These guys are suspended in 100% air, folks. It's just unbelievable. And when it comes on for 15 seconds and it's off for about a minute. A lot of people ask me that as well, so I wanted to make sure that people knew how to do that. You dial that timer in, and our timers are the best. Some people are using some cheap ones from China and Japan. They just don't do the trick. These guys here, it's got a solenoid that triggers no matter what the circumstance. You can have humidity, you can have cold, hot, anything. It's gonna fire, and it's gonna fire well. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The next thing is, where can you grow? Guys, you can grow indoors, outdoors. You can use lighting. Right here we got Clifford. He's doing great. Hey Clifford, he's one of my customers, and you know, he really got after it as far as using the LED lighting, as you see here, and he's got a little trellis he made up. He did a little bit of work with the drain system to make it work for these 2 units, and he's really cranking them out. He's learning though. I know he's learning on how to do this a little bit better, and the way he spaced them and everything on the plant rotation, the crop rotation, he's figuring out how to do it a lot better. The next is, you can grow, in a greenhouse, guys. We're in a greenhouse today. As you can see, we're in a hoop house. It's just a traditional greenhouse, and that's what I've been growing in. I can use Harbor Freight greenhouses. I can use any kind of greenhouse to grow in. The climate, it gets hot in here. It's probably about 90 degrees in here right now, and it really does provide perfect conditions for these plants. And the aeroponic misting, guys, it just cools them down so quick. It keeps the temperatures perfect. You're keeping your reservoir with a volume of water, like I said in the beginning of the year. Stick with the water, stick in high volumes, and you're gonna have good results. So that's another thing you can do here with that greenhouse. It's basically a self-sufficient system, guys. It's gonna be able to grow on your patio. I got a customer here, you can see, we're growing outside. This is my buddy from Louisiana. He's first try, right here. Tim Griffin. Hey Tim. Great to see him working. I got to give him a call real soon here, and we're going to talk about a few different methods for training and trellising, because as you see, that system there, it needs some support for the big vining crops. Nice job on the cucumbers though, man. Really going good. So it looks intimidating. As you see, I got these big things growing behind me. They're running on water for the last 72 hours, guys. It looks intimidating, but we're running on water. We're not even feeding these things hardly at this point. I know I should, Brock, I'm sorry. He gives me you know what, for not feeding them as much. But guys, it's amazing to see the technology here with the aeroponics versus hydroponics. It changes the whole game, the whole spectrum of growing and everything. They can access the stuff much more readily. It's much more readily available, a lot easier to use, smaller amounts. And I space out different feeding regimens, throughout the weeks and everything. But I'm getting flowering. You can see these flowers are they're everywhere on this guy. So this sun sugar hybrid back here. So what plants does it grow? That's another big question here, guys. You can grow fruits, you can grow root crops, you can grow pretty much anything. I seen a guy, he took tomatoes and grafted to a potato rootstock. I'm not even joking, guys. It's called ketchup and fries. It's hilarious. He's growing potatoes on the inside of the unit and tomatoes on the outside. And this here, you have a lot better control over the inside with the root system, and a lot more space than any other ones on the market right now. So it's really interesting what you can do with root crops. Another one, guys, I'm coming in hot this winter with it, is ginseng. They call sang, and you know, that's going to take 5 to 7 years to grow underneath the trees and, you know, in the forest and naturally. With this system here, 3 to 4 months, guys. 3 to 4 months, and they're doing it in Japan. They've been doing it for a few years. It's got higher concentrations of the Geno, their Geno something. It's the chemical analysis of the root. So it's exciting to see. You know, it's about $1,000 we're gonna get in 3 to 4 months on one unit in a basement, guys, running on minimal lighting. It's gonna be pretty sweet. So we're gonna try that out. Watch for that real soon. A lot of people are asking, how do you start the seeds? Do you start them in the system, or do a grow tray, or what's going on? Guys, you can go right into the system. Boom, pop it in. Boom, popped in. Easy, done. You know, make sure the cube is low enough where it's going to receive moisture, and make sure it's not too far in there where it's getting overwhelmed with it. They'll find the water. It's amazing. The plants will send signals, and they'll just shoot the roots right in, and it's quick. It's awesome. So we're excited about you know, having people. We're just going to ship the systems fully packed with cubes already. Just be able to plant it right in there. That's something that people are asking about. So otherwise, guys, throw it in a grow tray. Easy. You just pop your grow trays in the rock wool in the grow trays. Boom. You know, water it heavily, drain that water off, and do that every few days. Make sure you drain that water off so you don't overwhelm them. And you know, you're always going to have results with the rock wool or the Oasis, guys. That's another one. Oasis grow cubes I've been using. They fit a little bit nicer, and they hold water a little bit better. They don't dry out as quick, so that's pretty neat. Another thing here, guys, are the nutrients organic. Okay, guys, these are earth mine nutrients. This is an analysis of basically a wide spectrum of different elements and different components that they put into this fertilizer. It's all naturally occurring rock substances that they've ground up and made readily available for these plants. But when the analysis of it comes in, you know, there's like 13 or something, I forget, natural elements that the plant needs, and if you provide those, you have great results. And you know, some of the soils that people are growing in nowadays don't even have half of that. They're just packing NPK, and that's about it. When you get micro and macronutrients into the system and incorporated with everything, guys, the nutrition level goes up so much. You can start feeling better when you eat this food. I honestly, I get a little buzz off having some of this fresh fruit right off the vine, guys. It's so nutritious, and it just changes your whole outlook on everything. You can think better, you feel better, and it's proven that it's more nutritious than the stuff coming out of the ground. Unless you're going to some old farmers that have been doing this for years and years, and you know, then you're gonna, you know, some of these old guys are really smart. So anywho, these nutrients, they're not technically organic, but they are earth mined, and we are using organic seed. We are using no pesticides, fungicides, anything like that with our fertilizers, and changes the whole game as far as, you know, the quality of the produce compared to the stuff that's in the stores, or the junk that's in the stores. Pardon me there. Can you use aquaponics with the system? Heck yeah, you can. You know, I got multiple people growing right now. I'm shipping one out today for a lady in New Hampshire, Ruth. Hey Ruth, she's got an aquaponics system that she's set up, and I can't wait to get the pictures for hers, because she's gonna hang these units, I think, right from the trellises in the greenhouse there. So awesome. Hey Ruth, can't wait to get you growing here. So we're getting going on that. How many plants per barrel, guys? 42. You get 42 plants per unit, and we did a lot of math work on that. We did a lot of different analyses, you know, trying to figure out, you know, most production, spacing, so every plant had enough room to get going. You know, that leaves your lettuces and your bushier varieties of herbs, you know, that good square foot, they can get big, guys. So it's exciting. Another one is, can you grow multiple plants in one system? Absolutely. You can grow all different varieties, folks. You can grow lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, anything together. Some plants will do better than others depending on the blend that you're using. If you're amping it up, getting 400 or 500 parts per million, you're getting up to 800 parts per million with, you know, your tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers and things like that. You know, your lettuces won't do as well because they don't like that much. They, you know, to be honest, on a system like this, 200 to 300 is all they really need. So it's exciting to play with and really learn new different techniques. But whew, it's getting warm in here. I'm getting to the end here though. Go to YouTube and get in the questions in the comments section, guys. I get a lot of emails, but if we do it through the YouTube, it's going to help people out a lot more because everybody can see what we're talking about. Write down these questions you guys have and shoot me an email to artgardenllc@gmail.com. We can talk at any time and help you out with anything that you're doing. A lot of people trying to get this stuff going on their own and different style systems and everything. All I have to say is protect your investment. Get thermal wrap on that investment. Thermal wrap technology is something that we really developed. There's nobody else using it on the market right now. I think everybody's going to start transitioning soon though, guys, because when you go outside you get sunburned, and when you get sunburned, you know, you don't like it, it hurts you. Same thing with these units. You don't want the unit itself to start degrading and the plastic to start, you know, lessening in quality and leaching and things. It's bad, guys. You just don't want to deal with all that stuff. Try to cover your corners here, especially with the vertical systems, guys. It's just junk. Half the stuff out there, it's going to get beaten on by the, you know, the elements, and that plastic isn't going to last. That's why we developed this system, you know, and it also has multiple different other things that it helps with. So where do I order seeds, guys? I'll say Johnny Seeds is my guy. West Coast Seeds, my buddy Brock Hughes it on YouTube here. He's a wizard when it comes to this stuff, so I listen to everything he says. He's a great guy. So check those two out. Good places to get your seeds. Why choose Aeroponics over anything else? Guys, you're saving space. Well, this is vertical aeroponics, guys. This is different than just traditional. Nobody's doing the vertical stuff yet. I'm one of the first guys out here doing it. So it's saving space, saving resources and your nutrients and minerals, all that stuff, saving water. Guys, the pathogens and things like that don't attack this system because there's so much oxygen readily available in the root zone. They don't stand a chance, guys. Pearly white roots in 90-degree weather, if you're running the right times and if you're taking care of your plants, guys, it's incredible. Run your little fan like I got over here over my shoulder. Keep the air moving around. Make sure you get your white flies under control if there's anything like that try to get in there. Hang some stickies on the wall. No bugs or anything like that. Oh, guys, you're not on the ground level with this stuff. You're up in the air. You know, in the winter you can get up higher even in the air, and it makes a difference. Like you can see, I put mine on the tables in the winter to get a little bit better results as far as the temperature goes in the root zone. So, you know, there's all that stuff that factors in, and it just saves so much money on electricity. And the quality of this system is top notch, guys. I didn't mass produce right off the top because I wanted to make sure I had a high quality system, and I work with everybody that I grow with. You know, I talk to everybody. For a short more time I'm going to have unlimited phone support, but I can't do it anymore, guys, for unlimited phone support 24/7 with everybody. I got guys that I started with. I got my core group. They're going to still have it, but guys, there's just too many calls. I can't keep up with everything and building and growing and everything in between there. So you know, the last thing I touched base on before, food grade plastics. What's that all about? This food grade plastic is manufactured in the United States of America. It's the best quality plastic that you can use. It's the same as milk jugs, same as your plastic bags and things like that, your Ziplocs. Your food grade plastics are very important because you don't want to have these systems that you're purchasing manufactured overseas. You don't even know what they're putting into it. There's PVCs that they're using, and there's vinyls. I mean, it's just the quality is a lot less because they're having it manufactured overseas. If it's manufactured in America, I'm sorry I said that. If your system is completely American made and you're using American made components, then you're on the right track, guys. But if you're not, you know, think about the health of everybody. Think about where that plastic's coming from. Did you see them make it? And in this case, everything I'm getting is American made, folks. Everything is certified. Everything is medical grade, food grade, everything in between. I have, you know, we were in the hospital with our daughter. You know, I'm looking at the TPN meters. I'm looking at the the plastic tubes that were being used, all the different feeding, nutrition regimens and stuff they were using. It's a lot like this, guys. It's a lot like this. Nutrient supplements, mineral supplements, all that stuff. The only thing different was lipids. Lipids aren't, you're not using it in a system like this. But to break down all those nutrients to make this even better, there's different bacterias that I'm starting to find, that good bacterias, guys. You know, kind of like a SCOBY and the fermented teas you can get and things like that. It breaks down the nutrient. It takes that nutrient and makes that nutrient readily available, and it a lot easier for that plant to access it. So, you know, that's about it, guys. It's just the thermal wrap. A lot of questions about that. It keeps it cool, folks, and it keeps it warm in the winter, but more or less keeps it cool, boosts the lumens, and keeps the algae out of it. I've seen a few videos out there with just the barrel. You can't do that. It doesn't work. You're going to have algae growing. You're going to have the heat. It transfers directly, light to heat. It's just like a greenhouse. It's going to heat up in there. And you need to use high pressure pumps to manage that heat, because the low pressure just saturates the root zone and it gets hot and steamy. This doesn't, guys. It stays 20 degrees when that kicks on, 20 degrees cooler instantly, plus an 8-degree differential with the thermal wrapping process that we do. It's pretty scientific on how it all breaks down. Everything that we make here, or everything that we assemble and construct, I mean, every component's custom made, the fittings, everything with the wrap, everything with the inside of the unit. It's not just hammered together with stuff. I mean, there are seals on these units that keep everything tight, no leaking and things like that. You want to make sure that you keep good ventilation though in your growing system, in the room, with air moving around. Otherwise you get a little humidity in the air and stuff. You want to make sure you keep that under control. But you know, that's about it, guys. And as far as UV exposure, as you see here, you know, it doesn't, you got nothing here, guys. There's no medias that you got to replace. There's no junk that you don't even know what it's growing into. It's just air. You know, it's pretty cool. So, you know, the cucumbers here, guys, I have been neglecting these guys behind me, feeding them water. I filled up this entire box here. It's incredible. As you see, I got family members just blown away by how many cucumbers. I mean, everybody's getting them. I got family members from all over. Get down the road. I got, you know, up and down the road here, bags of cucumbers every day. So it's exciting. And tomatoes here, we're picking heavy on these sun sugars. Indigo rose are coming along nice. They're really starting to set the fruit good. So, you know, as you see, you know, they're just beautiful, but they take a little longer than some other ones. But, you know, you can sell 4 or 5 of those for, you know, $3-4, guys. It's pretty cool. Anyways, you know, I'm keeping track of everybody that I work with. I'm keeping track of, I don't have a huge volume of sales where I'm mass marketing. I'm keeping it low volume of sales as I can, enough to support my family. I don't do a lot of the mass promotion like a lot of the guys out there, because the system sells itself, and I think people recognize what it's capable of. And you know, thank you everybody that's made this system go and let us do this and develop this technology, this unknown technology for most people. It's a dream come true, guys. I didn't think it would ever get this far, but it did. And you know, we're buying our first house. I can gladly say we're moving here in about a month. This whole greenhouse is coming down, and I'm gonna do some videos on the tear down versus an assembly. I could have did a video of the assembly, but it was such a tough time for us back then with everything we were going through coming back from Milwaukee and everything. But now, you know, I know what this greenhouse is, how it's made, you know, all the little improvements, everything we've done. So wouldn't it be smarter to do a teardown video rather than a putting up video, you know, now that I know a lot more about this stuff? So we're going to do that, and we're going to move, and we're going to get a 90-footer, 75, 85, 95-footer in the greenhouse. So we're going to have plenty of cucumbers, plenty of tomatoes. So you see here, guys, they're really starting to tear along. I pick them every day. These guys over here, got this fan on them. Simple stuff, folks. That's about it. I keep these fans moving. You know, that's about it. So thanks everybody for watching. You know, I might be toning her down on the videos for a little bit here. I'll try to get as much as I can for these tear down of the greenhouse here, but it's been a great summer, guys. It's been the best yet. So keep the emails coming, and thanks everybody for pitching in and you know, investing in Art Garden and seeing the greatness that can be accomplished with it. All right, guys, see you later. Thanks. Bye.